Man, I hate couples. They're everywhere.
You can't just hate someone, especially if you've never met them.
Yes, I can. They always remind you how single you are with their hashtag couple goals and the hashtag bagels. Get it? Bagels.
Hilarious. What's up, guys? I'm William, and I attend Columbia High School.
I'm Jenna, and I attend DeKalb School of the Arts.
And today, in Yas, we're going to have some amazing performances that you don't want to miss.
And also, in our kickback, we're going to be talking about how relationships affect you.
So if I was you, I'd stay here so that I can watch The Bridge. Hey, welcome back to The Bridge. We have a super special treat for you guys. Now, for those of you that didn't know, our friend Zaya, he can really sing and dance. So why don't we let him show you what he can do?
Up next, we have a cast very own. Welcome Zaya performing All I Want to Be.
When I step up on the stage, I'ma turn it up. Bass hitting, yeah, you feel it every time it's up. When I step up on the stage, I'ma turn it up. Fans whipping out their phones, they ain't missing us. Bass hitting, yeah, you feel it every time it thump. Girls work, they just wanna have a little fun. Haters on the sideline, look at me, cause I get booked running out the cash. But don't hate me, cause I'm in demand. And now we get to make fun of me. Cool real deep with a million man. So just be yourself, don't be acting that. Cause I ain't a magician and I'm pulling that. That's your girlfriend, what's looking at? You think you fresh, no you ain't. I'm polo down, Carlton Banks. Fresh freaks when I hear the scene, got a bad chick like you. They chasing my tool bus. My fans, they love me, you know that I love them back. Throw up the peace sign. And I'ma read it like my name is Michael Jackson.
All that I want to be is a star with my face on the TV screen. People watching me. All I want to be.
All I wanna be.
All I want to be is a star where everyone sees. All I want to be is a star with my face on the TV screen. People watching me. All I want to be.
All I wanna be.
All I want to be is a star where everyone sees.
Old time, slow down, my variety, Bobby Brown. Big shows, big towns, big stage, big crowds. Go hard or go home, so I went hard. Now I'm on my team, my fam, my fans. That's all. Last child of the sport, mom and dad worked hard. Raised up in the church, now I'm taking off the bars. Kept dripping real big, and my eyes see stars. All that I wanna be is number one on the charts. You think you're fresh, no you ain't. I'm polo down, Carlton Banks. Fresh freaks when I hit the scene, got a bad chick like you. They chasing my tool bus. My fans, they love me, you know that I love them back. Throw up the peace sign, and then I'ma read it like my name is Michael Jackson.
All that I want to be is a star with my face on the TV screen. People watching me. All I want to be.
All I wanna be.
All I want to be is a star where everyone sees. All I want to be is a star with my face on the TV screen. People watching me. All I want to be. All I want to be is a star where everyone sees.
Where are my stars that make some noise?
On the TV screen, people watching me. All I want to be,
All I wanna be.
all I want to be is a star for everyone.
When I step up on the stage, I'ma turn it up. Hey, turn it up. Hey, turn it up. Bass hitting, yeah, you feel it every time it thump. Hey, all I wanna be, yeah. Thank y'all.
Wow, this is so cool.
What?
This girl has like 10 different colors in her hair.
Girl, let me see. What is it? Let me see the color. Oh, that is so cute. It's very creative. At first, it's like, woo, my eyes. Since there's so many colors, then it's like, ooh, my eyes like you. So, you know, that reminds me of the...
I think I got it.
Okay. Well, did you do your homework?
Of course I did my homework. It's worth like 45% of our grade, right?
Yeah, something like that. What is it? Is it 35 or 45%? Maybe it's 20 or 30%. There's a slight chance that it's a 1 out of 1% grade. So it could be like 2%, 3%, 4%, 5%, 6%.
I got it.
Yeah, no problem. Hey, so you know how I love to help out my peers, right? Yeah, you know, to help out the human species. And now that I think about it, Amelia too. You know what, now that I think about it more, actually, I help out plants a lot too. You know my favorite type?
As much as I care about what type of plant you like, I really just want to listen to my music.
Music. You know, I wish I had a theme song to express my feelings, express myself better.
Can't imagine why you would need that. Are you like this all the time?
Well, you know, it depends on what you mean by all the time, because my all the time could be different from your all the time, and your all the time could be different from Bob's all the time.
Who's Bob?
The point is, I don't understand why I shouldn't say what I want to say when I want to say it.
Because it makes people think about if they're capable of murder.
Yeah, that's funny. It actually reminds me of this show, you know, Scream Queens, the episode with Chanel number 2.
Well, I haven't seen that episode, so I should just go watch that.
You're friends with David, right?
Sure.
Well, you know, I was talking to him the other day.
Shocker.
Yeah. Anyways, I was talking to him the other day, and he said you talk too much.
What?
I don't, you know, spread rumors or anything. He just said that, you know, your mouth couldn't stay shut if you duct tape, filled it, stapled it, and sewn them one on top of each other. Yeah, that's not nice. Look, I don't think that way. It's no problem that how much you talk, for me. They say that it can be very annoying when you go off subject sometimes. Speaking of subjects, you know my favorite subject is math. Ever since we got Mr. Gruninsky, he's been really helping me with that whole process. Oh, the bell ring. Gotta go. Bye, girl.
I can't believe that just happened.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Take Flight with your host, Micah Davis, and sitting with me is...
Latricia Elliott.
And we're here to provide you, the viewer, with 10 amazing facts about different countries that share this earth with us. Today we have a special listed because we're going to talk about Antarctica. Even though it's not really a country, it still has its fair share of interesting facts. All right, let's get started.
Antarctica is the largest desert in the world.
That's pretty interesting because most people think deserts are just dry sand and everything, but it's not. Antarctica is the largest.
Ice.
Well, there's a waterfall in Antarctica that runs red as blood.
So it runs?
What? It runs?
If it runs... 90% of the world's fresh water is located in Antarctica.
I wonder how drinking the water is going to be. It's going to be like pure and good and crisp. I got to try that one day. But contrary to popular belief, there are no polar bears in Antarctica, only in the Arctic.
You cannot work in Antarctica unless your wisdom teeth and appendix is removed.
Yeah, they kind of useless right now anyways. But
That's
in
gross.
Antarctica is the only continent without a time zone. So how do they keep track of everything?
The sun. Husky dogs have been banned from Antarctica since 1994.
Really? That sounds like the perfect dog to be there to help them.
No, snow dogs.
But Antarctica was once as warm as modern-day California.
Without the drought. In 1977, Argentina sent a pregnant woman to Antarctica in an effort to gain portion of the continent. The boy became the first human being known to be born in Antarctica.
All right, it sounds like it worked out for them too. Well, 90% of all meteorites ever found have come from Antarctica.
That's cool. So that was 10 amazing facts that are unique to Antarctica and Antarctica only. I hope you guys learned something new today, and see you next time on Take Flight.
Hey, I'm Jenna, and I'm from DeKalb School of the Arts.
And I'm William, and I'm from Columbia High.
And today we're here to talk about how relationships affect you. We are here with George Jones, a manufacturing consultant, and he's going to help us answer some of our questions.
Now, let's go ahead and get started. So, a question for you would be, you look oddly familiar to one of our pit crew members. I wonder.
Hey, Dad.
But anyway, so a question for everyone is, how do you think a relationship with your parents helps you out with relationship with friends and teachers and stuff? Do you think that it's a big effect on you guys, or how do you guys think that works?
How your parents affect your other relationships that you have. I feel like that's the beginning relationship that you have. That's the very first relationship you have throughout your life, and whatever happens there affects how you're going to treat other people and how you're going to view as a good relationship or what's a bad relationship. And that's going to control how you go out through life. So that's a very important relationship. And that was a lot of relationships in one sentence.
Yeah, I agree with Brittany. I think that your relationship with your parents is like the most intimate relationship because it's usually who you grow up with, so it's the one that you've been around the most. So you kind of use that relationship as a template for how you treat anyone else, whether it be in your social groups or your friends or even other family members.
Now, we also know that everyone doesn't have parents, and it comes into how do you relate to that adult figure, whether it be male or female? What is that relationship? How do you see them? How do you view them? How do you respect them? Building that time, that community bond of trust, love, responsibility. How do you embrace that?
Well, I feel like that really what you can do, you can almost look to the people that stand out to you. Look to the people that are like the leaders and what you do, or either at your school, at your church, or community activities or whatever. You can look to them and ask them for help. You can mentor them, mentor them. You can shadow them and figure out what they do, and let some of that, some of their abilities and their respect and their traits rub off on you. So I feel like that's one way to let it.
I kind of agree with Bernie on that one. I learned a long time ago that you don't necessarily have to have a parent to have a parental bond with someone. And what that means is that I can say you're my mentor, and I've never had a dad before in my life. And we talk, and he gives me life lessons, and he teaches me how to become a young man and strapping young gentleman. Then he's become what people call a father figure for me. As for if I do have a dad, it's the same situation, but just a different person. So the relationship between that kind of helps me figure out, okay, when I leave out these four walls of wherever I go, it's a different story, because since I've learned what to do from a person who's older than me and either the same sex as me, because a father figure can be a woman too, and just like a motherly figure can be a father. So whatever my parent teach me, I can carry out into the world and know, you know what, I am where I am today because they taught me what they taught me. So
Right.
And I think teachers are also a big part of that too, because teachers, not all teachers, but a lot of them are parents already, and they have that kind of motherly or fatherly type of bond with their students, as if you're my children, I'm here to teach you something, but I'm also here for you. Well, not all teachers are like that, but a lot of my teachers are. I'm here for you if anything wrong, if you need to talk, if you don't feel comfortable, let me know, because I'm here to make sure you're learning, so when you get out into the world, you'll know how to work and survive and things like that.
So how would having either a positive or a negative relationship with your parents or your teachers or your friends, how would that affect you long term in life, do you guys think?
Well, I know that, not to bring like a super dark feel into this conversation, but I know that serial killers usually do what they do because they have had such a bad relationship with their parents or a specific parental figure. Like consistently throughout their childhoods, where that really molds their conscious into thinking negatively about people in general or one specific person. So I feel like that would be like more extreme version.
Well, they're not just serial killers, there's also predators. And they build on those that have good relationships with their parents. And they look for the bonding areas where you may have a need. So building that trust factor with an adult helps you prepare and protect yourself against those predators.
Now, Mr.
Oh, that voice cracked. But
Getting old, you're getting old.
but speaking of like tools and abusing tools, I want to go a little bit into like abusive relationships or bad relationships. How can you get out of a bad relationship? Well, Jordan, you haven't said anything. How would you get out of a bad relationship?
Kind of throwing her in the house.
Well, an abusive relationship is really bad, and you should really talk to someone if you're in an abusive relationship, because abusive relationships are nothing to play with, and you can get seriously hurt or even killed. So call the police. That would be nice if you were in an abusive relationship or in a bad relationship. Just don't break their heart or anything like that. Just sit them down and say, hey, we're done, and then just walk away. But
most of the time, whether it's a male or a female, but they never do anything about it or call the police because they love their abuser, and that's the downfall of the situation.
It's their fault. And it's that mental abuse. They're really mentally they believe that what they're doing, what they're being hurt for is their fault. Like they have to fix themselves, but it's a lot of things that they can try to do to fix that. I wish it was that easy, but it's really hard to get out of an abusive relationship.
You make a good point, but we are out of time. I would like to thank Mr. Jones for joining us today on our kickback, and I would like to thank the pit crew for the information that was shared. This was a very, very deep conversation, and I hope you guys at home enjoyed it as well. So catch us here next time on The Bridge.
I just got my hair done.
Oh my gosh, it looks really nice. But you know what? Google should congratulate you whenever you search something that's never been searched before.
You want to know something? Professor Bernie just seen the most disrespectful thing he ever seen in his life. I'm walking down the street, I got my cane in one hand, my dog in the other, and I just see these young whippersnappers walking down the street, and their pants are sagging down to their knees. Now back in Professor Bernie day, we used to wear nice, real, efficient suits with the nice shoes and a nice belt. And wait, what time is it? Oh man, Professor Bernie gotta go. Him and your grandmama Cheryl, we got a nice little sock hop to go to. Hey Cheryl, get your dancing shoes and get your hip ready. I'm ready to move.
Hi, my name is Autumn, and I go to Chamblee High School. Today on Cheat Codes, we'll be doing closet codes, which will help your inner fashionista grow. Now, let's say you're out shopping and you find some really cute jeans, but you want to know if they fit, and you're kind of in a rush. Well, have no fear. You don't have to try them on. All you have to do is wrap them around your neck. If they fit, they'll fit on you. Now that you've got those perfect jeans, you may have worn them a few times and they may have gotten a little dingy. Well, you don't have to be afraid. All you have to do, put them in a bag and stick them in the freezer. They'll be smelling fresh in no time. Now you've got some rockin' jeans, but what about up top? Try adding some flair to your outfit with a cute scarf around your head. And since it's about to get hot and warm, well, you might want to get a tank top for the summer. Well, you can make one out of an old t-shirt. I already cut the sleeves off of mine. Now what you can do with the sleeves, you just cut them and you can tie it around the back. It'll make it extra cute. There we go, a cute new tank top. Now you've got a super cute outfit from Closet Codes. I'm Autumn, and thanks for watching.
3, 2, I just graduated, class of 2016.
You done?
Yeah,
You done? All right,
I'm
just let me know when you're done going, okay?
Okay, stop drinking the haterade. You're just mad because you don't graduate for another 50 years.
Actually, I graduated in 2019, which is 3 years away if you do the math. But tell me this, graduate, where do you plan on living now?
What do you mean? I plan on staying with my parents until I graduate.
Assuming you still can.
Okay. I mean, look at the advantages. No rent, home-cooked meals, free laundry service, and utilities that are included for free.
And here comes the downside.
I was getting to that.
Sure you were.
Fine then.
They're your family. No matter how old you get, they're still going to treat you the same way. And plus, your attempts for independence, you might as well not even try.
Yeah, I get it, but you know staying with your parents after graduation is so horrible. I'm guessing you plan on moving out.
Of course, I refuse to be miserable.
By yourself. That means you have to pay for rent. By yourself.
For your information, 3 of my friends and I, we're going to be accepted into the same college. And we're going to rent a 4-bedroom apartment right down the street from the university.
So you've got it all figured out, don't you? Whoa. Have you ever considered the fact that you have to pay for rent, phone, cable, utilities? That is if they're not included in your rent. Plus you have to do your own cooking and laundry. And then on top of that, you have to manage up to 7 classes.
Well, I never thought about it that way.
Well, I guess we're both right. Whether you want to move out or stay at home, there's just a lot of things you have to take into consideration.
I guess.
Oh, and I'm not done. You also have to decide where you want to live, the kind of amenities you want, the age of residents of the complex, detailed info about the leases and upfront costs, how much you want to afford per month. I mean, I can go on forever.
All right, I get it. Whether you plan on staying at home or moving away, there's a lot to take into consideration.
I think we learned something else now, didn't we? Now, what is that?
Never try a senior again.
Correct. You want a lollipop?
Just close the show.
I'm Joy, and this is my jealous co-host, Christopher, and we'll see you next time on What's the Move.
Hi, my name is Corey, and I attend Southwest DeKalb High School. This is Parenting 101, but today we have a little twist. Our question comes from a student. Her parents are getting a nasty divorce. She's a senior in high school, and her little brother's in the 3rd grade. She doesn't know how to handle the situation, and she's asking for help. Well, parents, realize that when you go through a divorce, the child thinks that it's their fault. The younger they are, the better, but still not so good because that child doesn't understand what's going on. Be very aware that when you get a divorce and one of your children is 17 years old, they understand the issues and they might even feel like it's their fault. They understand the conflict in the household. They understand that one parent is leaving. They understand everything that's going on and that you guys are separating a union made to you years ago. When you decide to get a divorce, make sure that you communicate with your child and have them understand that it is not their fault. Make sure that you keep communication and contact with both children, and if you decide to do child support or if you decide to have 2 children living in one household and moving from house to house, make sure that everything is equal and as little changes as possible happens. Make it as easy as possible for the child so that grades don't drop in school, performance doesn't drop in athletics, or they don't lash out in other ways like anger and fights and bullying. Just parents, be aware, because divorce hurts everybody around you. That's all the time we have for Parenting 101 today. Have a great day.
So this is our last show of this season for the bridge.
Yeah, and I'm going to miss everybody because I won't be back because I am graduating this year. So you can always catch us on YouTube at DeKalb Schools. That's the #1. And then whenever you miss us, just go on, look at it so you can see everything all over again. So see you next time here on The Bridge.